Okay, so this is what we're starting with. It's a 1976 FJ40. I purchased a number of years ago. Now that we've got the shop space and the time, we're going to start a restoration of this. It's got a little surface rust on the hood, as you can see. But it's pretty complete. It's got a little bit of flaring out there in the rear corner panel. The side mirrors have been removed, but I have them. The window gaskets are pretty good. I'm missing some of the emblems. I have the little corner marker reflectors. Of course, the bumper posts are dented, as you can see. The back frame rail there is bowed out a little bit where the hitch is. Let's see, it's got the old license plate on it, so I've got it covered up. It's got the ambulance doors. It's got the old style spare tire carrier with it. The tires are pretty much worn out, but it's pretty complete. Somebody cut in a little viewport on the ceiling that we'll have to patch with epoxy and fiberglass. It's got a little bit of rust spots in the corners, not too much though. A little bit of body flare here where it looks like it may be bottomed out. But it's pretty complete. I'm pretty happy with it. It's a good vehicle to start a restoration with. Missing some of the hood latches for the windshield. Missing the little Land Cruiser labels on the sides. We have a right turn signal that's not exactly era specific. I have the bumper. It's a little bit beat up. Only one of the little tow hooks though. Might be a little dark inside, but inside the panels are in pretty good shape. The door molding was all dry rotted and needs to be replaced. But the bottom of the doors look good. The pedals function. The dash has got a few cracks on the passenger side, but overall is in pretty good shape. Rear view mirror is broken out. I doubt that steering wheel is authentic. It's got the instrument cluster. Seats are in pretty good condition except for the driver's seat. Driver's seat is seen better days, but the passenger seat's pretty good. It's got the bench seats in the back. The transmission is sitting in the back. Got it that way from the previous owner. This vehicle is interesting in that it's a 76 body, but it's got a 1978 2F engine in it. The hood is a little crusty. It's got a few pinholes in the front lip there, but it's a start. This is a 78 2F motor. The previous owner bought it. Supposedly it runs, but he never finished it to get it to run. This is going to come out real dark. But it looks like everything is there. It's got a distributor, oil filter. I've got the battery tray. I don't have a radiator mount or the radiator mount rods. But it looks pretty complete. So it's something to start with. So we'll be tackling that this year. Late spring, early summer. We'll see if we can get her running. See how good shape the engine is in. And then we're going to start a restoration. Probably pull most of it apart, clean it up, get it repainted, put it back together. There's a little bit of rot in the driver's side floor pan area, but not too bad. But the biggest unknown is this engine and all of its emission vacuum controls and getting all that worked out. So we'll see what we can do. Of course, I'm not a mechanic. I'm learning as I go. This is going to be a fun project, to say the least. All right, so that's what we're starting with. Wish me luck. All right, so we got us a light to light up the engine compartment here a little bit. So it's got the blower. It's got some of the body mount coils. As we mentioned before, the distributor cap. Motor's got a starter. Got a rag kind of hanging out of what I think is some type of cooler. Still got to read up on that. The previous owner had a GM motor in it, and then he bought the 2F. So he had to put in new motor mounts. Sorry for the camera work. This is my first video ever, so kind of taking on multiple things as far as new experiences go. But it's got a lot of little vacuum lines here and there hanging off that I'm going to have to learn about, figure out where it all goes. But I do have the Toyota manuals, so hopefully that'll be a good starting point in a couple of forums as well. But a little crusty, but overall not too bad a shape. Not quite sure if the master cylinder is any good. Looks like we've had a few critters bring in some maple seeds. We'll have to clean all that out. But again, supposedly it ran when he bought it as a standalone engine. I'm not exactly sure how they hooked it up to test that, but he claims it ran. It's got oil in it. I did check that. I haven't tried pulling the plugs and seeing if it'll hand turn over or not. Got to do a little electrical work, see if the starter works, but we'll take it slow. Already asking folks on the forums what's the best way to awaken this, and getting some pretty good feedback. So we'll take it from there, and then see if we can get her running, and then get a tune-up done. All right, let me give you a better shot of the inside. Hold on. Okay, here's a better view of the inside. Again, the dash is in pretty good shape other than being dusty. There's a few little small cracks here and there. But we got the transmission boots. The heater unit. Passenger seat, like I said earlier, was in pretty good shape. The back of the driver's seat is in pretty good shape, but the actual seat's kind of worn out. Got the roll bar, no headliner. Rear view mirror is busted. Obviously the ambulance doors aren't, at least one of them isn't native to this vehicle. But it's got the back seats, jump seats, seat belts. It's got the back heater. But yeah, it's a starting point. All right, so yeah, here's the back. The radiator, I have no idea if it's any good. The transmission was sitting in the back here. Got a bunch of the old vacuum emissions control modules there. I have no idea if they work. A couple of different voltage regulators. Some old clutch plates. Again, the back of the seats don't look too bad. Even the jump seats themselves don't look too bad. They're missing the tie-down cloth straps, but all that will come. But we're doing pretty good. We got something to start with, and we'll progress from here. All right, thanks.